Oh, hello, and welcome back to the Slightly Overweight podcast starring Hayden and Mackenzie.
And Paul.
I just wanted to say welcome back to everybody who has been supporting this podcast from the beginning and the people who have just joined us for the first time today. We cannot thank you enough for all the support we got on our last podcast. It's been tremendous. It's been a little bit since then. But we have a huge announcement to make. And Mackenzie, without further ado.
We acquired a new family member.
As you can see, if you're watching the podcast, we have a new cat here. Normally, you'd see the black cat with the green eyes. That's very cute. Her name's Comet. But
And like 10 pounds more than he
And
is.
10 pounds more. But today, we have a homeless cat named Paul. And he was homeless about a month ago or a couple of days ago or something. And we picked him up. And what?
You said shit.
Okay, so we're trying to not curse as much in the first couple of minutes of the podcast because YouTube algorithm gets very upset about it. So I'll try my best, but if they're bleeped out in the first 10 minutes or whatever, that is why, because the algorithm. And if you want to help the algorithm, if you like this, if you subscribe to this, if you leave a review, somebody left a 4-star review a couple days ago. Not mad about it. I'll take 4. But yeah, we're in every country in the entire world right now, which is super cool. So if you're in Europe or Australia, that's a continent. But that's really cool. So
But anyway.
we have this cat named Paul, right? He came to our doorstep on his death hour. What's that called?
Deathbed?
No, like my death hour.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe it is deathbed.
Yeah, like on his deathbed.
He was on his deathbed. In his final hour, or his deathbed, boom.
Yes.
And he was laying down, and I was walking over, and I came back, and he was so impoverished and so malnourished, as Mackenzie put it. He needed our help. So we gave him some food, we gave him some water, and we thought we would just send him off back into the world. But
No, I thought I would give him to like a shelter.
it was before that. We made a decision to take him to the shelter the next day. So we'll house him for 24 hours. We'll take him to the shelter.
Well, because it was 1 a.m.
It
when
was
we
1
found
a.m.
him.
and we will find him the best home possible because we are good people. We try our best to be. What the fuck is going on? Oh, my phone telling me it's bedtime. But so that night, he came in and he loved us.
And he didn't really walk right. Like, his back legs, like, super crouched.
Yep.
I called everybody, the next day, because nobody was awake at 1 a.m., I called everybody I knew who could give me advice.
Yep.
And they were all pretty much like, if you take him to a shelter because of his injuries, they're probably just going to
He had
put him
open
down.
wounds. He had open wounds. He was walking funny.
He's got all these scars
Yes.
with, like, hair loss.
A lot of scars in his back. And we were like, okay, we'll find the nearest, clinic or, fucking vet. What's that place called where they put dogs in fucking penitentiary?
A shelter?
They find the next shelter and they'll fucking take him, but then she found out that they tend to put injured ones down. And we had this situation back in probably 18, 19, where we found this bird that was injured. Took him to a wildlife center. And we could have definitely helped this bird. He was a wild bird.
Him.
He had a broken wing or something, but they ended up just putting him down for scientific research or some dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Rip Apollo. And it really broke our hearts. And to this day, unfortunately, our view of vets and things like that, not vets, but fucking shelters
rehab.
is a little bit tainted. So we don't trust people like that. We'd rather trust ourselves to take care
Well,
of animals.
and also we're new to the area. We don't know exactly
Yes.
where to take him that he wouldn't be put down. So our thought was, we'll take him to a vet, see if he's microchipped.
Get him checked out, see if we can find the owner.
Yeah, so we did that. No microchip.
No neuter.
Yeah, he still has balls.
Yeah. And he's our first male cat that we've had. We've only had 2 birds, a female cat, and a dog that we still have. And
Even throughout my childhood and your childhood.
I had one. His name was Lucky.
Okay, we had 2 barn cats that were male, but that was it. But I never had a house cat.
And I would be more than willing to give him up to whomever would adopt him. But he fucking fell in love with us, bro. We gave him food, we gave him water, we gave him a place to shit and pee, and he's fucking potty trained, bro. Oh,
shit.
another shit. All right, boom, we both of those out. But But we found this lovable soul who's in love with us and loves to play.
Okay. So then we took him to the vet.
Yeah.
And we collectively, my mother and I, spent a lot of money getting him checked out.
Because we went to a nice place.
Okay, we would have spent that much no matter what.
Yes.
But we got him checked out. He's all nice and healthy, except for he does have a fractured pelvis.
Yeah, so your pelvis is like this where your hips are, if you're watching. If not, imagine your pelvis. You got two big hip bones, and then you have the
plate
thing in the middle that connects them. From his butthole to about 3/4 of the way up to where the pelvis ends, there's a slight fracture completely down the middle.
Here's the x-ray for those watching.
I guess I can throw that up. But it's a small fracture, and that's what's happening. They said it would heal in like a month or two, so he's just got to play it safe.
But since he's a rescue, we have to wait a couple,
Mm-hmm.
or we had to wait a couple of days, and then we have to get him vaccinated, neutered,
but
chipped.
So besides the stuff that, the owners choose to do, like a chip, neuter, vaccination, he is completely healthy. Blood, poop, everything. He's completely good.
I mean, he's having a little bit of trouble pooping because his pelvis
Not really,
is
bro.
fractured.
there's literally poop all up in that litter box.
I know, it does smell like
he
crap
covers
in
it up too. He's like a little pirate. He covers
Ow,
up the little
don't bite
treasure.
me.
Hey, well, don't bite. We're nice, yeah.
But he is the smallest cat I think I've ever owned.
He's so skinny and so light and so lovable. But the only issue that we're trying to figure out right now is integrating him into the ecosystem that we've already created with our two pets.
So, Paul, his name's Paul, by the way.
Paul is his name. Paul.
And Opie and Paul can coexist.
Mm-hmm.
Paul loves Opie a little bit more than Opie loves Paul.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. But Comet and Paul's okay with Comet, I think, at this point.
Comet is our other cat.
But Comet, if you pet Paul and then go in the other room and let her sniff your hand, she hisses at you and swats at you.
Yes.
And then we tried to let them introduce themselves through a cage, and she just hissed and growled the entire time. So it's not going.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, but we'll keep trying as we go, and we'll try to make sure that both of the animals are safe and everything. But we love Paul so much that we even asked family members, but we had to second guess it, and there's just no way we could give him up. We love him too much, and he loves us too much. Even though he'd probably love anybody.
Yeah, I think he would love anybody.
He would love anybody. He's the best cat. The best cat ever. Yeah. Ow! Hey.
He likes to bite.
He's a very gentle biter. If there was a cat that did bite, I'm glad that it's him, who's very gentle with it.
I think he just is his way of playing.
But we did our good deed this year, I guess, and estimates are that he's 1 year old, and or less. But
yeah, so he still has a lot of kitten behavior. He's the smallest kitty cat I've ever owned because they're all obese.
Yeah, he's very curious, and he's just overall a really good pet. So if you see, a cat that's in need, give him some food, give him some water. You don't have to rescue him, but help. Even if it's just people. Like the other day, there was this homeless dude, and typically, because we're in Florida and I don't really know the whole area and everything, I'm a little bit hesitant to help people out. But this guy in particular looked like he, was in need of some help. So I had some extra cash in my little console thing, and I gave him $5, and I said have a good day and stuff. And he was just like the most genuine dude, and I was like, yeah. And I think that's the same day we found him, bro. If not the same day, like the day after or something. Around the same time, swear.
It wasn't the same day because it was a Wednesday.
It was that day that I sang that song. I said, down to my last dollar. That one.
Yeah.
Wasn't the same day? Was it after?
It was after.
Like a day or two after?
No, it was the same day.
That's what I thought. I thought it was the same day.
Because we were singing and then you went to walk Opie and that's when you found him.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that now.
But he looks so much like a cat that I had growing up, and it's just her reincarnated, I think.
Yeah. But in other news, as he's going to call me and stuff.
He's trying to get your attention.
I know. I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast yet, but I've been doing this business for the past month or two or something like that, and it's real estate photography, and it's been really cool to do that as opposed to doing real estate, and I've enjoyed it a lot. I did a shoot yesterday, and I've been working with this small business development center that's located in Tampa, and they're helping me out a lot. And if you guys are trying to do your own business and stuff, I shout out to you. I know that it's difficult and stuff, but it's worth it. I think it's fun. you know, I'm paying rent. I'm doing the stuff that I need to do, and doing something that I enjoy more than I did before. And I was talking to my mom about this. Shout out to my mom if you're listening. And she said something to me that I thought was very interesting, and I thought I would share with everybody. I was telling her about this business that I was starting and how passionate I was about it and things like that. And she was like, well, there's no way that I can do something like that because I'm like too old or whatever. And I was like, Mom, dude, so many people, like no matter what age, bro, but particularly around her age. I think she's 40, 49? I don't know how old she is.
48.
48.
Or 47. She just turned
something. I know, yeah, I don't know. But I feel like you're never too old to do what you feel like you want to do. You know, you can always go back and do something else. Just fucking try it, you know? That's what they always say. Fucking just do what you feel like, and then...
I also feel like that goes for the opposite. You're not too young to switch careers when...
Yeah, that's true. That's true as well.
You've only been working there for so long,
That's true as hell. But especially if you are young, just fucking branch out and do stuff. You know what I mean? Try 5 things that you like. I feel like... See, I'm 23. I feel like I've tried out...
100 million things.
4 different careers, like, hard. You know what I mean?
No.
Car wash, baby photography, real estate.
I feel like you didn't really take baby photography or the car wash seriously.
I took car washing seriously, bro. If I had stayed there, I probably would have stayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you knew you were going to leave, so I feel like that wasn't really a career. That was just like a job.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, I'm in my 20s and I'm trying something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's I like car washes or whatever, just try a bunch of shit. Who cares? No one's going to judge you. It doesn't matter. Also, I wanted to put this in the beginning, but I forgot. We also respond to every single comment that is on all of our videos. Every single one. Whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Every single comment that we get, we respond to all of them. So if you feel like you need to reach out and say something that we said was super silly, go ahead and do that. But something interesting happened at the this movie theater that I work at. And I was serving this couple. Very nice couple, very awesome. But I walk up to them like, hey, my name's Hayden, welcome in. And they respond, well, hello, thank you for being so nice to us. How do we do this? It's our first time here. And I'm like, oh, interesting. That's not the accent that I'm used to. So I'm like, yeah, no, you just order whatever you want and, you just get it throughout the movie. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. We're actually here on vacation, actually, from London. And, we actually...
Your accent is horrible.
I know, it's terrible. Pardon my London accent, but I'm trying my best. They're like, well, this is actually interesting. How do we do this? So I told them the menu, and they're ordering, I think they ordered a burger, right? And they ordered like a regular burger or whatever. They added like bacon on it. So I'm, bacon, yeah, that's so interesting. And I was like, oh, okay, and then what do you want for your side? Do you want fries or do you want chips and salsa? And I saw their eyes go like...
Just chips.
What? And then she looked at her husband and she was like, oh, it's funny, they call their fries chips here and they're chips fries. It's so interesting how they do the different things there. And they're like, I think I believe fries is the correct term for it here. And I was like, oh, cultural shock. That's so cool because they call fries chips. What do they call chips?
Fries.
No, I don't think they do. I don't think
what you just said.
Well, I don't know. But what are they called fries though? You know what I mean?
Chips.
There's no way they call fries chips. Oh wait, no. I mean, fuck. What are they called? Chips. There's no way they call those fries.
Crisps.
100% is crisps. 100%. Yeah, you want Cheeto crisps.
Well, you don't call Cheetos chips.
You want waffle chips.
Crisps.
No, waffle fries, goofy ass.
Oh, there's waffle chips. Like
waffle chips?
Yeah, like waves.
That's not waffle. Waffle is like the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I guess they go both ways.
Yeah. But yeah, I found that interesting, and that was really cool, so I wanted to share it with you.
Lay's crisps.
Lay's crisps. We like talkie crisps.
Crisps and salsa.
See, isn't that weird, right? Crisps.
It's too much crisps.
Yeah. Oh, what are they? Oh, yeah. You can talk about me. Remember, I was at your work and I was looking at you.
Okay,
I forgot to mention this in the last podcast. I got a haircut.
Yeah. Well, okay, yes. Yeah. And Hayden and I work in the same
area.
Strip mall. I don't know what they call it.
Like a
outside mall where they're not on the inside. I think it's
like a town square.
Yeah. Like our same complex. Mm-hmm. And so every once in a while before he goes to work, he'll stop in because it's like the only 30 or like 10 minutes that we get to see each other in a day because he works nights and I work days. Yeah. So he'll come in and say hi to me. And all my coworkers know who he is. And he comes in and we're talking. And I work in like an area where it's all glass windows.
Bunch of mirrors, bunch of glass.
Yeah, so everybody can see me, and then our doors are mirrored because of the dogs. Yes. So we can see ourselves, and Hayden is talking to me, but looking past...
To her back is a mirror.
Looking past me to the door that is mirrored, and just looking at himself and admiring himself.
I just gotten this haircut, and then she trimmed up my beard and stuff for free, and I was like trying to make sure it looked good and
everything. For free? I'm going to charge you for that?
What are you talking about? No, not you. That's funny though, too.
I have done that before.
Nah, the hairdresser lady.
Yeah. So then Hayden leaves, and I go in there, and my coworkers are all like, "Oh, he's so sweet. He looks at you just like he loves you so much. Like the amount of love he has when he looks at you." And I was like, just looked at him like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." He wasn't looking at me. He was looking at himself in the mirror behind me.
When you get a haircut as a dude.
Even if you didn't get a haircut, bro, you'd still be looking at yourself in the mirror behind me.
You just gotta, I don't even know. I don't know what it is. You know, you just gotta look your best. Anytime that you can. And I was just double checking that the whole time we were talking.
Yeah, but all my coworkers thought that he just...
And I do. That's not false.
No, but...
But when I see myself, it's just a little bit higher. I'm not hating, you know what I mean? It's just...
Oh, it's so funny. But I did trim up his beard.
She did. So
I am a dog groomer.
She's a dog groomer, so she doesn't just do like the fucking...
The shaving.
She doesn't do like... No, she doesn't.
I do trim up a lot of dogs' beards.
So I was like, hey, mine's looking a little scraggly. Would you be able to, get the scragglers?
And I did have a set of shears here.
So she did, and she carved me up like a pumpkin, bro, and it looked so good after.
Well, he was scared at first that I was going to cut him, and I was like, I do this on wiggly, bitey dogs all day.
But then they were dull-ass scissors, so she'd clip it and then, yank away, and it would just... It would pull my fucking hairs out.
Yeah, they are very dull. I need to get those sharpened. They were a donation to me when I first started, yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense. But, yeah, that hurt a lot.
But I made it look nice.
You did make it look nice. I can't complain.
You didn't even know that a beard could be trimmed like that.
I did it because my goal is to look like the dad from not Riverdale, but the other one, Outer Banks.
Oh.
Look like the bad dad from Outer Banks, not the John B.
Ward.
dad, but Ward. Cameron Ward.
Cameron
Ward. That's the goal, especially when I get that salt and pepper type look thing.
No, it's Ward Cameron.
Oh, yep, you're right. Because Sarah Cameron.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. But a couple of days ago, and I want to say it's been about a week ago, low-key, I was sleeping, and
It's been like 2 or 3 weeks.
It hasn't been 2 or 3 weeks. No, there's no way. It's been like a week and a half, maybe.
We've had him for a week.
True. We have had you for a while, huh, buddy? Hey, what are you trying to do? Eat my hand? Ow! Hey. Is that nice?
He's got your skin.
Is that nice? No, that's not nice.
Well, he's like, don't touch my paw. Do you feel this little nubby pad right here?
I feel like he has 6 toes. My mom pointed that out, and I was like, low key. I feel like he's got like an.
No, he's got 5.
You got 6 toes, buddy.
Nope.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I was dreaming, and somehow I realized that I was dreaming. So I looked up at the sky, and I realized that I could control what was going on. So I looked up, and
there's blood up there.
There's blood, and I said, I'm going to choose to fly. If I can do anything while I'm dreaming, I'm gonna fly. So I attempted to fly. I got about 3 feet off the ground, and then I fell through the earth, like until I hit my body that was sleeping. And then I woke up, and I was super upset. And I think that's a lucid dream, but I'm not super sure.
Okay, so we talked about this when it happened, and we've talked that each of us have moments or reoccurring dreams that while we're in it, we realize we're dreaming.
Yes.
But ever since we've talked about lucid dreaming...
I haven't done it.
I haven't done it either, but I tried to do it while I was sleeping, and I think I've just gotten horrible sleep.
Because you keep waking up?
Yeah, well, or I'm awake in my dream, and also my subconscious is awake, and I'm just like I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed, thinking that I'm in a dream, but I'm not. I'm just awake, and it's made it so that I'm just so tired when I wake up.
We're gonna try it tonight. We're gonna remember this. I'm gonna try it tonight. Before we go to sleep, we're gonna do a little like ritual and be like, I am a dream and I'm awake. You know what I mean? Some shit like that, like this, and a little fucking rain dance or some shit.
What was
and that's the rain dance. You never had a rain shaker when you were a kid? You put rice in it, and it's like it's a toilet paper roll.
Yeah, but I don't think you hold it like this. That seems
What do you mean you
wrong.
shake it so that it fucking... Yeah, so that the rice goes up and down, and then the rain fucking comes, bro. No, that is a thing, though, I swear. We did it when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's like a maraca type thing. But you can use it with one hand. You don't have to do like the whole...
2 hands is the best technique, technically. I'm pretty sure.
That got really weird.
Let me see what else is on the list here. Let's see here.
I got a nosebleed. Again.
What? Wait. What does this even mean?
Wait, let me see.
The second one. What does that mean? I wrote it down and it was so fucking funny.
First person to try shit, they have a designated... Oh, like, oh, this is corn. Let's eat it.
Oh, yeah, no, wait, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay, so ancient civilizations, right? How much time we got? We got 7 minutes. So say it's 1 million years ago, right? Because humans were discovered like 2 million years ago or some shit. Not even low-key like humans, but like fucking primates or whatever the fuck.
Kit Kats.
They had to have gone through a trial and error process of the shit that you can eat. As of now, we understand bananas, strawberries, coconuts, fucking animals, most of them.
We understand pretty much everything.
Water, not salt water. But there has to... So here's this big cornucopia of shit that is edible. Not particularly good for you, but edible, right? You can eat anything you try to, right?
No, eatable. Edible is that it won't kill you. Eatable is that you can eat anything.
No, eatable is not even a word.
Yeah, it is.
I thought your mom doesn't like it when you say eatable.
No, she doesn't like it when I say ate.
I thought it was like...
Eaten.
I thought it was like venomous or like poisonous, like that type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like able to be eaten or edible.
Okay.
What's up? What's the discrepancy?
Edible and eatable both refer to something that is able to be eaten. But edible is usually used to describe something that is safe to eat without regard to taste, while eatable often describes something that has some level of acceptable flavor. Oh, so edible is like, I can eat this paper, it doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
But I can still eat it. But eatable is something that's like a banana that tastes good.
Okay, well then look up lunchable. Is it able to be lunched? Oh, come on, that was something.
Oh my god.
Is that nothing? Alright, anyway, but there's this cornucopia, right? This big cone of everything that is
Eatable
in the world.
No, edible.
I was gonna say edible. God damn it.
Edible is something that
Right.
you can eat but doesn't taste that good.
So we're here in everything that can be edible in the entire world. You
yeah,
said
edible.
right?
It's edible.
And then slowly but surely, there's one fucking dude in every tribe of every single fucking thing. They're like say it's a group of apes or some shit. Or Neanderthals, low key. Because I feel like they probably talk the same. You know what I mean? Oh, Greg, I found the new fruit. You eat first, just to be safe.
I think back in those communities, they would just eat it. Whoever found
Like they
it,
found
ate
this
it.
fucking beautiful ass yellow frog in the rainforest, and he said, "Bro, it looked wet. It looked good. Greg, please, eat it right now." And then Greg's the designated person of that tribe, right?
Aren't apes vegetarians?
What are you talking about? Apes can't. No, because they eat like mice and shit. You ever seen the Jungle Book? Why is that so loud?
I don't know.
But in every civilization, there's definitely that one dude who's like, yeah, I'll fucking eat anything, bro. Just give me that shit. And then once they try something like the yellow frog in the rain.
Yeah, okay. So most of them are omnivores. Some of them are exclusively carnivores.
Ah, it's like bats. Because bats are vampires.
What does that have to do with anything?
They eat blood.
That's not an omnivore or a carnivore.
I don't know. Anyways, but there's always that one person in the civilization that eats this shit, and I just find it so funny that once that one dude eats that shit that kills him, Greg eats the yellow frog in the rainforest and he drops fucking dead, For some reason in our DNA, it's like, all right, never eat the yellow frog. Do not go near
What
snake.
if he ate,
Do
like-
not go near tarantula. He will die and he will not survive.
What if they like what if somebody or like an ape who's allergic to peanuts ate a peanut and then dropped dead out of anaphylactic shock, and then they were like, oh, peanuts are bad for everybody.
See, I don't think allergies existed back then. Not even apes. I don't think allergies. I think allergies only exist because people weren't exposed to it.
Yeah, like my lactose intolerance. I'm trying to reverse my lactose intolerance at the moment.
Exactly.
I'm trying to drink more milk, even though it makes me feel horrible.
What I think they would do is I go, oh, she died from drinking milk? Oh, she dumb. We all drink milk. It fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I was the first person to taste it.
If you were the first person, that'd be definitely something different. But if they all grew up drinking milk and they're like, oh, she weak, she died. That's normal. You know? Like if a lion breaks his leg, they're like, oh, we just have to leave them there. No reason to go back.
True. Or you eat them.
Animals are cutthroat, bro. Oh, you broke your leg? Go fucking die.
I watched this video of a zebra trying to drown its infant.
Why? Couldn't feed it or something?
So, like, mom, dad, baby. Dad was trying to kill the baby because the baby was born male.
Ooh, there it is.
Trying to, like, take the reign of the
So the mom was like, hey, bro.
No, not the mom. The dad
You
was
said
trying.
the mom was trying to drown it.
No, I said a zebra was trying to kill its baby.
Oh.
The dad was trying to drown on like these people were taking a safari ride and this zebra's just like shoving this baby under the water. Damn. And then another zebra I think came around and stopped him like, hey bro, he's just a kid.
Thank goodness, bro. Damn, that's scary, bro.
But like hamsters and rabbits and stuff, they like eat their babies.
Oh, we've been watching some good ass movies. We watched this movie called Where the Crawdads Sing, bro. Remember that movie? Mm-hmm. If you get a chance, we're not going to spoil it, but if you get a chance, watch that movie, watch The Menu, watch...
What was the last one? They were all weird.
I know, they were all weird as fuck.
What was the last one?
It had John Malkovich in it. Remember?
No, that was 22 Miles. That was not...
Oh, was that where he broke in freaking... Oh, Mile 22. Yeah. Mark Wahlberg. Oh, no. That was Brad Pitt. That was Brad Pitt. He was like, I'm a fitness guy.
No. That wasn't... Oh, that was the one we watched,
That's John Malkovich.
No, John Malkovich was in Mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, well, shit. What was that movie where Brad Pitt was like...
I don't know. He was young, though. It was an
older
movie.
Movie. Fuck, what movie was he? He wasn't even that young. It was like 2008.
Shit.
It was like a murder. Fuck. Sorry for our incompetence here. All right, while we're waiting, we're going to pause and then restart. See you guys in just a sec. We're still going. Okay. And we're back, and Mackenzie figured it out. Tell me.
Burn After Reading.
Burn After Reading, which I thought was going to be a movie similar to Mean Girls, how they did the burn book thing.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I remember that. But no, I thought it was going to be more of like a spy thing, but it was like all these people wrapped up into something that shouldn't have had. I don't know. It was weird.
It was weird. It was the Coen brothers, which is weird. But a couple of days ago, Mackenzie had what was called a protrusion from the nose.
Nosebleed?
Nosebleed.
And I think we've talked about it before.
Not this one. Not
the last one where we called the entire fire department.
We did because I posted a video about it.
Yeah, I had a relapse of the fire department issue.
Similar. So I'm in bed asleep, and Mackenzie, she's waking up, and I have the fan on, 2 fans on. We have an AC, and then we have a fan. Loud as fuck. Opie's whining. She's in the bathroom. She has to get up early because I sleep in and she goes to work early.
Yeah,
and she's gone for a while, and she's like, Hayden, like saying, that's what it sounds like to me. 5 minutes goes by. And then for some reason, like the third time, I hear what the fuck she's saying.
No, I went into the room after that.
Oh, that's what, so I'm like.
It lasted for probably like
10 minutes, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes by myself.
Yep.
And then I went in there, I was like, Hayden, I have a nosebleed. I don't know what to do. I have to be at work in like 30 minutes. So then he starts to help me.
Well, so I'm like, she has a nosebleed. So I get out of bed and I go to her aid. And I learned from the EMT guys that if you get a cold compress, smart as fuck.
An ice pack.
Cold compress and put it on the nose, it actually creates clotting of the blood due to the freezing.
It slows it down. I don't know, but I was sitting there on the bed At this point,
Another
it was
5.
only coming out of one nostril.
Yep.
Sat there waiting for him to come back, and Opie is just like wanting to go outside. I felt really bad for him, but then I was holding it like this, and then I felt it come out my other nostril, and I just ran to the bathroom. I'm pretty sure I kicked Opie. Sorry, Opie. And then once I got to the bathroom, it started coming out of my mouth.
All orifice, besides her ears and her eyes.
Besides my ears and my eyes.
Yep.
And it just kept coming out, and I was like, okay, I need to slow this down enough to call, like, my work so that I can call out because this is not stopping and I can't.
At this point, it had been 20 minutes easily. So I'm in there. I'm like, yo, you are literally about to die. Like, if you don't call work, I'm about to call the ambulance. So she calls work, calls them.
They're like, don't worry, don't come in, just get better. So then I'm like sitting there.
Another 10 probably goes by.
No, I think it was more like 45 minutes total.
45 minutes might be too long. I'd say at least 30, 35.
Bro, how long do you think you were sitting there with me?
I'd say probably 20.
Yeah, and I was in there alone for about 15.
So 35.
Okay, yeah.
But it was a long-ass nosebleed. And it wouldn't stop. Took a long-ass time. We didn't have to call the ambulance this time.
And I lost, like, half my blood.
Mm-hmm. Half her blood. We had to turn into Bella and Edward to get her blood back. I had to give her a little bite on her wrist so that she survived.
But also I swallowed so much that the rest of the day I just wanted to vomit.
Yeah.
Which sucked. But I'm alive now.
She's good. Hasn't had a nosebleed in a while. But, what bad movie did we watch recently? It was terrible. It was like, what movie was that? I want to say it was one of the John Wick movies.
Mission Impossible 2.
Mission Impossible 2 was terrible. We've been watching a lot of movies just because we have time to on our days off and stuff, and we've been catching up on series and stuff like that. And turns out I like Amazing Race, and Mackenzie wants me to go on Amazing Race, and every single night she watches an episode, she double checks with me. Hey, would you go on the Amazing Race with me? Would you just do that? Would you? I think we could win. Do you think? Maybe
okay, but I just finished the last series or the last season.
Yeah.
So now I have nothing to do with my life.
But baseball's back on, and it's $10 a ticket on a certain night at this stadium.
At the Tropicana?
Mm-hmm. $10 a night. I was talking to a coworker. He was like, "Oh, you guys going to the game tonight?" And I was like, "What game?" He was like, "Just freaking $10." Yeah. I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, they're literally like 16-0 right now. Like they're killing it."
Damn.
So I was like, they've been asked. I was like, "What's that Asian baseball player's name?" Or whenever he goes up, they go, me, mo.
Yeah.
Me, mo, mo. I was like, "What's his name?" He was like, me, mo. He's like, "Oh, are you talking about G-Man Choi?"
G-Man Choi.
He's like, he hasn't been on the team in like a year or something like that. And I was like, "Bro, he is my favorite guy, bro."
We haven't even been down here a year. He was on their team last year. Because he was so tall.
He wasn't tall. He was like a bigger guy.
Yeah, he was like, bigger, but he was tall.
Maybe.
I liked him.
But he was really cool.
But Hayden did the Blazing Challenge today.
Yes, we went to B-Dubs, courtesy of Mackenzie / not really because I paid for Sam's Club groceries, and it equaled out sort of. But we did the Blazing Challenge. I did the bone-in. I typically don't do bone-in wings, but I tried it. I didn't pass the Blazing Challenge. I used ranch and I used three glasses of milk and French fries.
Mind you, not that glass was disgusting.
Since it's bone-in, you use both hands. So then I had to grab my glass, and it was slippery because it was our freaking graduation glass. It was
our Purdue alumni.
Purdue alumni glass, and I almost... All right, just a quick touch on this. So yesterday, Mackenzie and I were making music as we do because we like music.
And we were
we were obviously a little bit intoxicated. She put her drink... I put her drink on my table. And I usually have a rule where I don't put drinks on the table, but it's fine.
The desk with all the electronics. Not a table, a desk.
Which I have purchased throughout the entirety of my employment.
Okay, well, I made the desk. But
yes, you were part of messing up the desk, yes.
I did mess up the desk.
But no, she made the desk with her dad, and it's a really nice desk, and it's made out of wood and stuff like that. But the electronics that sit on the desk are very expensive, and the keyboard itself is an unfathomable number that you shouldn't spend on a keyboard. And we were about to record something, and
Not like a piano keyboard, like a letters and numbers keyboard.
And we were about to record something, and my dumb left blind eye, left hand coordination reached over and knocked it over and spilled it all over my keyboard, and I had a moment.
Very big moment.
It wasn't even that big. It lasted maybe an hour. And I had a moment of, I wouldn't even call it anger. It was just...
sadness.
Like distraught sadness. And what's that called when you just give up all hope on everything?
Depression.
Maybe. I had a fit of depression. I laid down and I was super upset about it. And Mackenzie was like, don't worry, I'll buy you a new one. But I was like, it's not about buying a new one. It's about the principle of me ruining something that I worked the money for. And it was really hard to get over.
My whole thing was, why spend so much money on a keyboard and you spill one drink on it and it's just dead? I was like, if it costs that much, it should be like semi-water resistant.
Which is a fair point.
Like, come on, that's stupid if it doesn't work after that.
I was on a dumb, like, fucking preconceived notion-ass ledge. And Mackenzie helped me fucking walk a couple of steps down.
Yeah, so we tried to take it apart before even watching any videos. Couldn't even figure out how to take it apart. Yep. And then you watched one video and fixed it.
Yeah. So it's all fixed now. As of right now, it's all fixed.
My solution would have just been to run it underwater, but...
To get it cleaned out. But we got it fixed and it's chilling. But the moral of the story is, bros, and also the reason that we haven't posted a podcast in a little bit is just because, and this is me being honest with you guys and everything like that, I haven't really felt like doing one because your boy has his ups and his downs. You know what I mean? As I'm sure many of you do. There are times you feel like doing shit, and there are times where you don't feel like doing a single fucking thing and you just want to watch movies like John Wick and fucking Mission Impossible 1, 2, 3, and I think we're on 4 right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. We're definitely on 4 because Ghost Protocol. But yeah, and that's okay, dude. You're fucking...
We're doing our best.
We're doing our absolute best, and you're doing your best by sitting there and listening to this podcast. And, yeah, man, just don't feel like you're anything less than you are, you know? And you guys are fucking great. And we can curse now because it's late in the fucking YouTube episode. But it's also okay to understand your emotions and communicate to them to the people that you love.
Just like while you were doing the Blazing Challenge and you wanted to cry.
I did want to cry, yeah. And crying's okay, too. Even if you're a dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if your girlfriend makes fun of you a little bit.
Will I make fun of you if you cry because of John Wick? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. Well, that was a good movie. But,
and the dog died.
It might be... Paul, what are you doing? Come here. I need to hold you for a couple. Just want to end the podcast here. Well, okay. We're biting me?
Yeah.
Well, we can do that. We can just hold you right here. But it might be a little bit until the next podcast is released. We have a plan to go to SeaWorld soon. That'll be super fun. Okay. Hey, whoa. Hey, let's not bite that. So that'll be a lot of fun. But also, there's like an anniversary of a dead person that we have to, get over and shit like that. So that's going to be interesting as well. But,
this is a very gloomy end.
I'm just saying, we're keeping it real. They like it when we keep it real, right? It's honest.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, the second anniversary of my father's passing is coming up soon. So it might be a little bit until we release the next one. But... we're going to tell it like it is, and we're going to celebrate life and how awesome we all have it because we're alive in this world together. Even though every time I go on social media, it's just sad, which I've been trying to hinder.
He's on your...
Okay, that's okay, Paul. That's okay. But stay off of social media. I've been trying to cut it out a little bit more each day. It's hard. It's addicting, but it's not good for you. This isn't social media, by the way. It's just a podcast, so you can keep watching this podcast. Just don't watch anything else. But
hey, that's a record. Don't bite that.
That is my Michael Jackson book given to me by her mother, Paul. I cannot believe you just disrespected me like that. You're gonna be banished.
He will chew on anything.
He loves exploring. At least he didn't damage it. But Paul.
He also has finally learned how to play. When we first got him, he did not know how to play with toys.
Actually, no, he hasn't. No. He has not figured out how to do it correctly, but he has the curiosity. Like, whenever he approaches a scratching post, it's like a foreign object.
It's like he's pole dancing more than he is scratching.
Yeah,
just
he
like
just
waving.
rubs it. It's like a weird, like, sensual thing that happens.
We've also figured out that he cannot walk past Opie or walk into a room without rubbing him every time, and Opie's just like, what's happening?
But we love him very much, and here's a...
Oh, that's his pelvis.
Well, okay.
That is broken.
It's okay. We'll give him some support. So here is our best boy, Paul. And he wishes you all the best of luck on all of your new adventures. And he loves you. Don't you, Paul? Can you say something? Can you speak? You hungry? Paul?
What do you want?
I wonder if it's been out of focus the whole video.
No, I don't think it has.
If it has, we apologize. Sorry.
We're not redoing it.
We're not redoing anything. But have a great week. That's the end of the podcast. Thanks for keeping it real with everybody. I don't even know what that means. But,
You have a hole in your pants.
Where?
On the side.
Where?
On the other side.
No, I don't.
Right here.
Oh. All right. Well, happy Easter, everybody. Hope you had a good one. There's a little camera looking at the camera for you. I have camera underwear that are pink, yeah. But that's it. So,
Bye.
thank you. Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Peace out.